When we study religion in America today, we often look at what we consider to be the antecedents of religion. For example, we know that age predicts how religious an American is. The older you are in general, particularly Americans who are 60 and above, the more religious you are. We also know that gender predicts religion. Women at all age groups are more religious than men, and we also know that region of country has a big impact on how religious Americans are. But sometimes we also look at the outcomes of religion, or at least what we presume to be the outcomes of religion. We've just completed some additional analyses along these lines and found some very, very fascinating results. Americans who are very religious are less likely to be depressed than Americans who are less religious, and they're also less likely to express anger or stress or worry on a daily basis. These relationships are not huge in an absolute sense. For example, look at the numbers on depression. About 16% of very religious Americans tell us they have been diagnosed with depression at some point in their lifetime. That number jumps up to 20% among those who are moderately religious and 19% among those who are not religious at all. But with huge sample sizes like we have here, and we're controlling for demographic variables like age and gender, these relationships are very statistically significant. So we can conclude that Americans who are very religious in the sense of going to church often and also telling us they are very religious are better off emotionally in terms of at least depression and anger and worry and stress. Why this is the case, we don't know for sure. There's some complex relationships going on here, but the data are fairly clear. Religion does predict better overall emotional well-being. I'm Dr. Frank Newport, Gallup's editor-in-chief.